I woke up really hyped for coffee. It was just one of those days where you wake up and you're like, coffee. And just the idea of it's like, this is what's getting me out of bed. And I went, and my French press was just, I didn't rinse it out after yesterday. I didn't clean it.
It's very easy to do that with a French press.
It just ruined my life.
Yeah, you do a lot of work.
Just seeing that dirty, I didn't do it. I just turned around on my heel and walked away.
I love a French press coffee back in the days in which I could have a good, hot, fresh French press coffee.
Yes.
When I first moved into my apartment, or when I moved into my first apartment, that was a bonk.
I'm sorry.
When I moved into my first place, I got a French press for the first time because I was living on my own and I was going to have sophisticated coffee. And French I did coffee. And immediately got a kidney infection. But it was really good while it lasted.
Oh, no.
As is the story of my life.
Well,
it was delicious, bro.
Yeah, all right.
So good. Like, I would froth up a little bit of milk foam and like pour it in the top. And French press coffee, listen.
Hits different.
Creamy. It's creamy.
So creamy. So creamy. Much cream.
Oh my God.
Creamed coffee.
I really want some coffee. I don't have any.
Oh, I really want some coffee too. Listen, it got me out of bed.
And you didn't get it.
It just aroused my craving for coffee without bedding it back down.
You get nothing.
Speaking of, well, I guess we'll talk about SimCap later. Hi, welcome to wbahpodcast. This is the podcast about witchcraft, where we bring you a different topic every week.
Yep.
In case this is your first time listening, you've already clicked away.
I'm talking about geranium oil specifically.
Okay.
Mostly not. Listen, this is what I was getting into last week. Okay. Right. There's just a bit of a mess here on the naming and the specifying.
Is it like a cedar/juniper situation?
Kinda, yeah. It's pretty close. Except those are even more. They're different from each other, but I feel like they're less different from each other than actual cedar and juniper are. They are more different from each other. One makes little cone boys and one makes little ball boys, if I remember.
I don't really remember the specifics, but I do know every time I see like cedar, I'm like, you're a farce.
Around here, yeah, generally so. If it's like, bro, if it's got them blueberries on it, nah. But kind of like that, talked about geranium, but really talking a lot about the oil today. Specific like uses for geranium oil, but also we got to get into the plant first and all that. You know how it goes.
This is a greasy episode. I'm talking oil today.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I'm talking about argan oil today.
Ooh, argan oil.
Yeah. Argan oil.
It always sounds very fancy to me.
This wasn't really in my notes, but I wanted to talk about it because I worked at Sephora around the time that Josie Moran, I believe, put out that skincare line that was all about argan oil and acted like she fucking discovered it, and it really brought it into the forefront of American skincare, I think. At least outside of like the smaller, into the forefront, into the mainstream, I guess what I'm saying. But we'll get into that. I'm actually not sure who goes first today because we have had a little bit of we had a little bit of
we had a silly last week.
A silly, yeah. Thank you. Before that, Hellebore and Magnolia. So I guess you go first today.
It's me, c'est moi. Okay,
moi.
then.
You said c'est moi, so I said it.
Look at you, Dad. So
I just want to be someone's dad.
I'm talking about this is gonna get me. I almost just did it just now. I want to say gladiola so bad I can't stand it. I want to say gladiola more than you can imagine instead of saying geranium. I don't know why. Cool. I don't know what wire is broken up here to do this, but it's going to happen. I know it. I just know it. That's why I paused because I had like it was going to be an L. It was not going to be geranium. It was going to be the L for gladiola.
So through the episode, if you should say it, we'll know what you mean.
You'll know what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we don't need 14 fucking emails. That's like an episode. This Macy said
it's me saying I fucked up ahead of time. And sometimes when I do that, I don't. And so it's like a weird insurance policy. And it's just like, I made all this big fuss at the beginning and it doesn't even fucking happen.
Yeah,
but
we'll see. I'll keep a tally.
You should like a bell ring. Bing!
Yeah. In the corner of the video, we'll have like a little count.
A little ticker counter. So this is.
Do you remember when South Park said shit on the air for the first time? You were allowed to say shit, and then they had the little roller
the ticker
counter
in
the bottom.
Yeah, it's such a South Park thing to do. Completely. This is one of those confusing topics.
Good.
In which I want to be confident. I'm not confident. It's got some confusing family history, we shall say, when it comes to the geranium and geranium oil and what it means to be a geranium versus not being a geranium. And so we're just going to go. We're going to start at the top.
What it means to be a geranium.
Yeah, think about that. So we've got to sort out what kind of geranium we're talking about here. And when I picked this topic, I didn't even think that was going to have to be something I would need to think about. But this is because the word, well, here's the thing. The word geranium is used across family and genus lines. And not all are used commonly to make that sweet, sweet geranium oil. And not in geranium oil, listen, I can't get ahead of myself. So which one makes the oil? Well, you just Google geranium and go to images and you get wildly different. You get very different things, yeah? Picture, yeah. And so the one that generally makes your geranium essential oil, you're getting your essential oil, it's going to usually be pelargonium graveolens is what it is. Yeah. And it is in the pelargonium genus. Okay. So the one that makes the oil is Pelargonium graveolens in the Pelargonium genus. I'm not saying any of these words right. This plant is often called geranium. However, geraniums technically belong to a different genus called geranium, which is separate from the Pelargonium genus from which our geranium oil contender belongs. Okay. So what does this all mean? Nothing. It means nothing. And I get to why later. So this makes it different from those clustered geraniums that you see well, not really. So they will cluster in the same way, but like they're different from those geraniums that you see. Say you're going to Lowe's. You're going to Lowe's. Okay. And it's summertime. And you got geraniums hanging everywhere. Always. Okay, yeah. Yeah, and so you got geraniums everywhere, and it's like it's time for them. I cannot tell you how much I associate them with childhood. My mom loves geraniums. She would get them every year in hanging baskets. They're commonly, I keep gesturing up because they're oftentimes in hanging baskets. Yes. And so that is geraniums. Those is geraniums. What is these? Mongooses? Them's is geraniums. Okay. Yeah. What's that from? Wasn't it Snoop reacting to a mongoose video? I don't remember if it was him exactly. Yeah, I was like, I know this. What is these? The mongooses? Mongooses. So those are actually in the geranium genus, from how I understand it. They're in the club, right? Now, here's why this is not my fault. Are you ready? Always. Okay. There's a man named Linnaeus who originally, way back in the day, included all the species in one genus, lumped all these cats together. He fucked it. Linnaeus. Well, there's a lot of people guilty here, because I would argue that not me, of course not me. Okay. I would argue that Linnaeus actually was following the KISS method, maybe, and later on, a fucking square named Charles Hirtner, loser, in 1789. Decided to separate the two into different genuses. Oh, so why you have are you complicated things? Chuck, Chaz, fucking Chuck. Stop it. So they separated the genuses in 1789. So I blame Charles personally for that confusion. And so how I understand it, though,
would anyone be interested in I Blame Charles merch?
I blame And here's the deal, though, that since they were paired together at one time many eons ago, they just get lumped together a lot.
Okay.
There doesn't seem to be a major crusade in being like, well, that belongs. It's like it's out there, but at the like multiple articles I saw were like, honestly, they just get called geranium. It's just call it geranium. But if you want to get technical, they are different things. And technically, our essential oil today called geranium is not in the geranium genus, which is just strange, but it is what it is. So I wish I could get, I wish I was more confident, but I'm not. And
never say that out loud.
The shape of the flowers offers one of the distinguishing ways to tell these dudes apart. To know who's in the geranium and the pelargonium. I cannot say that word to save my life. So geranium flowers have 5 very similar petals. Okay. All the petals are about the same size, generally. Uniformity, right? And so they are what is called radially symmetrical. And pelargonium flowers have the 2 upper petals, which are different from the 3 lower petals. Yeah. Generally, they're longer or whatever. And then the other ones are a little bit shorter.
I see it. They look like, you know, Mr. Krabs has his like stalk eyes.
Yeah. They poke up a little higher.
That's what the 2 upper ones look like.
Yeah, they stick up a little higher. And so those are the pelargonium ones. That's our essential oil ones that we're talking about today. Geranium will generally be like little uniform petals that all fit together in like
these little Mr. Crab eyes. This is where we're getting the oil.
This is where we get the juice.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it does seem that they will both kind of like true blue geraniums that you can get from Lowe's like to grow in the big cluster heads. Yes. It seems that some of the pelargonium ones can too. So I don't know, but it kind of seems like that can happen as well, which is just another similarity. So again, though, we're looking at the pelargonium flowers and, so we're talking about
I like those better. They look cooler. They
kind of break up the monotony a little bit, you know? Yeah. And, so we're talking about geranium oil though. So we got to remember that. And pelargonium graveolens, to be specific, is oftentimes our flower type that is getting squozen or whatever. It's not how that works for essential oils. I know I get
somebody
into it
doesn't
later,
just come in and squeeze them real hard.
One at a time. Yeah. But it does, and it does fit the rule of having the petals taller than the other one. So, you know, it's in that family. Mm-hmm. And so this oil is steam distilled. China is the largest producer of geranium oil, with perhaps Egypt in the second most slot. There seems to be a good long history of usage of geranium oil in Egypt, and Morocco, Africa. So that's kind of our list that we are kind of looking at there of our top producers. Okay. The big
Olympics
heavy hitters,
winners.
Yeah, though. Yes,
we're all
the
about
podium.
The
that is the podium of geranium oil. And
you've been keeping up with the gymnastics, Stephen.
We
love Stephen right now.
No,
everybody's obsessed. Stephen is so hot right now.
Not been following the Olympics whatsoever.
I will send you some stuff on Stephen.
Okay,
we love him.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. And so Egyptian geranium oil is considered to be really, really good. However, geranium bourbon, which is from Reunion, is that how you say that? I'm not really sure. I meant to look that up.
Considered bourbon like bourbon?
I don't think like bourbon? Actual bourbon that you drink. I don't think so. I don't know anything. I just know it's a different kind, and I didn't have the bandwidth to go into it. And so it's considered superior to all others. So that's like the type.
Whoa.
So, however, it took a long time for pelargonium. I have spelled this different every time. Oh God, I don't know which one it is.
Just say
it takes
PG.
It takes it took them a while to get to where we see them today, like what they do.
Palgor.
See, here I have pelargonium, and then underneath it I have pelargonium. I don't know which one it is. So
don't worry about it.
It took them a while to get manipulated enough by humanity to do this. So the first pelargonium recorded in history was in 1672.
Recorded.
1672, German botanist Paul Hermann collected a sample of Pelargonium cuculatum. He discovered it growing on Table Mountain in South Africa. So just found it, wrote it down.
He said, look at that.
Look at that. I named that this. And various plant collectors, as well as ship surgeons and naturalists who sailed around trade routes, kind of, the constantly expanding voyages that were going out. And
all I can think of is Fleshbeard from Bridgerton.
I see. All I can think about is our flag means death. But yeah, that guy totally died. He's totally a dead man. He's not going to survive that trip.
Yeah.
So, all those people sailing, and they're bringing these plants back from their voyages in the early 17th century. So in fact, 200 of the 250 or so known species of pelargonium are native to South Africa.
Oh.
But due to the massive hybridization after the introduction to Europe at this time, many species today really don't bear that much resemblance to the original parentage. It's kind of like the peach tree, to where it's like it's super fucked with, super different. During the 18th century, hundreds of these Egyptian hybrid plants were returned to South Africa. And so they were later introduced to Australia, El Salvador, India, Madagascar, just to name a few places. Russia, apparently.
That's an outlier.
And North America.
Feels like everywhere else is like an arid, kind of hot.
Yeah, and then you've got
place.
Russia. So it started spreading around, right? And so much later in the 1940s, pelargoniums were introduced in China. And so what's just interesting is that they were just taken, hybridized, and then brought back like a couple hundred years later, just like it's full circle, just human plant genetics. And it's
like you're re-injecting. Listen, on The Sims, sometimes when I play a really long family and I really like the parent sim, I keep them alive, okay? And then they spawn generations and generations and generations and generations, right? And then I come back to like the 15th generation past them, and everyone in between these two is dead. And listen, I'm not doing it on purpose, but sometimes they meet, and sometimes they have a baby. And then it's just like re-interjecting that DNA.
Are they young when you keep them alive? Can you stop the hands of time, or is this a cheat code?
Absolutely.
I mean, I know you have to cheat when you play The Sims, but
there is no cheating in The Sims. But you can turn them into a vampire. Vampires don't die.
What do you mean? There's no cheating in The Sims?
There's no cheating in The Sims.
Okay.
Everything's a go.
Well, yeah. You just got to cheat for it.
Don't let the term cheat code throw you off. It's semantics. Don't worry about
it. So, geranium essential oil, which again, talking about pelargonium graveolens, not geranium, whatever, who gives a shit? Anyway, what does it smell like? Floral, kind of rosy, right? They've got that rosy kind of scent, but there's like a fruity twist that just kind of comes in there. And that's the description I saw, and that's the description really I agree with. It's kind of how I would describe it. It's rosy with a fruity twist.
It's rose for kids.
Yeah, I love it. It's one of my favorite oils.
First rose.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. There's still an element of old lady in there.
Absolutely.
But it's great. And so it's really strong. Like geranium oil is really strong.
Isn't geranium within the perfume Chanel No. 5?
I don't know. You know, she was a Nazi.
Oh yeah, big time, brother. Not a good lady.
She was a fucking Nazi. Just feel like that didn't get brought up enough.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm lightheaded shit.
So, anyway, it's strong and it is super volatile. And if you put it on, it very quickly becomes a super aromatic scent. I've run into this in the yoga studio because like we like to use it. There's a big, huge box full of all these essential oil options. And like before or after class, if you want to do a little dab on the wrist or hands and be like, oh, settle into the zone, you can. And I've done geranium before. And
does it become a problem?
It has. And especially on a hot day, because like I'll teach the afternoon hot class, and it takes like 5 people being in that room with a dab of geranium oil before you start tasting it.
Gross.
I love it though.
Yeah.
But it will ooze smell big time. So it is touted to be great for the skin. Like it's got skin potential. Now, carrier on this, of course. It's an essential oil. That is a highly potent, concentrated essence of a plant. So the gist here, though, seems to be there is some potential in a skincare routine if you like folding in and natural elements or making your own stuff or whatever. So, monoterpenes called, I think, esters. I don't know. Terpene names are crazy. And geranium essential oil assist with skin inflammations, acute skin inflammations. That might reoccur. Things like acne, perhaps, that are just kind of constantly maybe coming around, or they reoccur, they'll go away, and then they come back. Redness is a big one in this as well. Yeah. And so...
especially that type 1 rosacea? I forget. But the real puffy.
Oh, yeah. It definitely has big ties, it seems, to conditions that might contribute to redness of the face.
Nice. I might just be really, really embarrassed.
If you did, it will eliminate blushing. And so I've never tried it for acne before. That would have been cool to know back in high school when I had just hormonal acne all over them cheeks and jaw. But if you
take these really hardcore drugs,
take antibiotics forever.
Sometimes it's needed. I'm not discounting anyone's
sometimes
experience.
It's absolutely needed.
I'm just saying there was this period in time where if you went to a dermatologist with a pimple, you were walking out with a prescription.
You had like a roll of scripts. Yeah, no, nothing for me, honestly, and it sucked and it was unfortunate. Nothing helped my hormonal acne but time, which sucked. Granted,
stop being so hormonal.
I did not know skincare shit like I did now. I feel like if I knew what I knew now,
if I could go back in time and start my skincare when I was like 4.
Give high school me that played tennis unprotected from the sun, bottle after bottle of good sunscreen. Yeah, I would have done that.
Good,
I really done that. I didn't. And so it can also, it seems to be able to help with skin recovery from breakouts, things like that, broken skin from acne, things like that. So the essential oil is also potentially recommended to treat eczema breakouts as well. And I have used this.
You got eczema?
I've used this for sure in stuff that has helped hunters, because Hunter has the most sensitive skin in the world. It cracks me up of all things. And so I made like a kind of like a butter blend, you know, it had like some different butters and some jojoba, but I put like a good amount of geranium and oregano and some bergamot in there. And like, listen, brother, it eliminates eczema. Like,
shit,
it fucking does. Like, to the point that it's like, he's like, it's running low and he's like, we need to make more of this. And it's like, dude, this shit works. Like, that's always very validating when you're just like, damn it.
The bergamot wasn't irritating?
No, there's not that much in there. But I mean, cause I made it was like a big, I used like my KitchenAid, you know, so it was like a big old batch. And so there is oregano in it, but oregano is what
he just slipped up
bergamot.
like a dolphin.
Like just sliding around. It's really good on the tattoos too. Like it always makes tattoos look super duper good. So there are toning qualities with geranium oil. It likes to tighten them tissues.
Gross.
So I don't have a recipe or anything. I should have, but you can add some concentrated amount, or it's concentrated, remember that, so don't put a lot, but it can be added to toners or a homemade toner if you want to make one. I'm sure there's recipes around to look at that. Don't just put like a few drops on your hands and do the home alone. Like, don't. It'll probably burn a whole bunch. It needs to be diluted. So from an aromatherapy perspective, geranium is a good one to get your stress down. You stressed? Get that stress down.
Eliminate stress.
It eliminates stress, brother. Just put a little geranium in there. And it's one of my favorites for an anxious day because it's still warm. Like, it's soothing, but it's warming at the same time. Like, it's just very comforting.
It's a very summer. It's a summer drop kind of plant.
It is, but with that underlayer of security of old lady.
Like a warm, like grandma's cookies.
Yeah, it's just under there holding it all together. And you just get a little bit of old lady, a little bit of vibrance, you know, a little bit of woodiness in there. Like, I feel like there's just something super soothing going on with it. I really, really like it.
Like a grandma in the woods. But she's like a cool grandma. So
she's a cool grandma.
Like,
She's one of them good, like, sweet ass swamp witch grannies.
Yeah. She'll say the fuck word.
Yeah.
She'll do it.
She'll say the fuck word. She will. In a similar vein to stress is tension. And this can be a good oil to utilize when you need to clear the air, literally. After a disagreement or maybe unsavory guests or after an illness, things like that. When the latter one is good, the illness one, because it does seem that there might be some antibacterial qualities as well in geranium oil. So you're just kind of literally and figuratively cleansing the air out. And that might contribute to its potential acne aid as well. The antibacterial properties, I did not look into that. So it is important to note on the oil, it can be toxic to pets. But here's the tricky thing on when it gets to toxicity and oils and things like that. So concentration matters, of course. That's a big part of it here. And there's a difference in concentration of putting a few drops in a mist diffuser and rubbing it on their skin directly, of course. However, I do think it's just generally best practice if you are diffusing any oil. Make sure they can't lie by it. Make sure they're maybe away from it, because those drops of mist are still carrying little micro pieces of oil. Yeah. And if they lick it or gets on their skin, it can just be very irritating to them. Some oils can be worse than others. You just don't know who's sensitive and who isn't, and smaller weight limits are going to be, like it's just not. It's
so
dicey.
This is when you do like in your like an off limits area, like your office or your bedroom, or something with the door closed.
That's when you can put them out for a little bit if you have that ability or that that privilege to put them out for a while in a yard or something like that. But like, it's just good practice. Like, I know, like, Gizzy has the most sensitive fucking skin in the world. Like, you look at her wrong and she gets a skin infection. And I
feel like every single time I've seen Gizzy, she's got a hot spot.
It has been a lifelong battle with her. And I feel so bad for her for it, but it's just like, buddy, we just keep trying shit and you just keep itching. And I know. So I like to use geranium oil in my actual magical workings too. We're going to get into the metaphys. And there's barely an incense blend that I make that does not have geranium oil in it. Like, I'm putting it in there. I'm putting it in there so much that I kind of feel like it's turned into a signature thing to where if I sniff one of my incense blends at the end, it's not right until I put like a little bit of geranium in there, because I love it so much. And when I'm grinding my herbs and my mortar and pestle, I'll stop and I'll tap a couple little drops, and then I'll keep grinding it.
Oh, yeah.
And you just keep grinding it until it just gets all over everything. And it's just a
Grinder.
little bit oily when you get your incense blend together. And it's, God damn it. So good.
Like
I
if you
love
could-
grinding
if you can
herbs.
Squeeze it and get a little oil on your fingies. Yeah, baby.
Oh my God. Grinding herbs in a mortar and pestle
Dude,
is, I think
if
my
I could-
eyes point in 2 different directions every single time I do it.
Yeah.
So
I want that to
good.
be my job, my full job, just all day with no oversight from anyone. I just want to grind herbs.
Yeah.
And then I will put it into a mystery bag that someone comes and collects, and I don't care what they do with it.
No,
I just
you
want
just
to grind
know what
them
you do?
herbs. Yeah.
Fucking ABG, brother.
Mm.
You're just in there. Always be grinding.
Always be grinding, brother.
So, we know it's got physical properties in helping to reduce stress, things like that, just kind of helping to chill us out. Similar to lavender, it's like, it's just, is it going to eliminate anxiety?
Yes.
No. But will it take the edge off?
Throw away your SSRI.
Yeah, get rid of him, flush him. But it might just,
No.
like we've said many times, it's tools in a tool chest. And sometimes you can just rally some together and you can really build something to kind of help be a good defense against something that you're feeling. So, and where are we? So its qualities in the metaphysical sense, and another thing we talk about all the time, oftentimes they mirror physical sense, like how something is to us physically or, represented. It's oftentimes that kind of blends over into the metaphysical side. And it's another, it's just one of those good reasons I like putting it in incense. It's really wonderful. Like I'll make blends sometimes for people to be like, this is just for your house. Like I know you, I know what you're about. I know your essences. This is for you, your house. I usually put geranium in it just because it's a good energy to have in the house. It's just a nice vibe there. So, you can add it to anointing oils. You want to bring in that feeling of levity, that calm levity. You can add that to anointing oils, or mix it in the oil that you rub your candle down with so you can crust it up with herbs. Really just get a good crust on there so it burns real good. You can do that. You can mix it in your oil and do that. So the calming nature of the oil, it makes it a good one for meditation. So maybe you have a little diffuse, or maybe you just put a little on like your wrist or palm and you just kind of sit there breathing it for a minute or two, just kind of taking it on in, whichever way you want to go about it, just kind of settling on into that space. If you're one for aura cleansing, if you like cleansing your aura, apparently this is a good one for that. It helps not only cleanse it, but kind of get you to that baseline. Again, calm levity, which is an interesting kind of space, but it's nice.
It's not a sleepy calm.
No, it's a fun calm, which is great. We can use that.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So that's it. That's geranium, but not geranium.
Beautiful.
It's pelargonium graveolin.
It's the flower that has the 2 petals and then the 3 under it.
Yes,
It's that one.
it's that one.
Wonderful. I
Yeah.
love that. Thank you for sharing.
The more you know.
What do you know? I'm a boomer. I made your face big. Okay, here we go. Fixed it. I want to talk to you, and as they do, there seems to be some overlap. I think that geranium, or not geranium, but geranium oil, you know what I'm saying, could be a good mix. I think when you were used a carrier oil, I think this would be a very good, argan oil would be a very good carrier for that. They have some things. There's some shit here. You look like you were going to say something.
Well, I was thinking I was trying to remember. So the first time I ever came in contact with geranium oil in any kind of skincare, it was on our honeymoon in Dunedin. And I went into this lovely shop called Amelia's Apothecary. And I got some, and I think I got you some too. It was geranium shea butter in a jar, except I might have got you the lavender one. I don't remember. But it was phenomenal. And but I was just sitting there thinking, I was like, was that in like a shea butter? Was that in like an oil? Was that like, and I was like, was it in argan? And then I remembered, no, it was in shea. It was like a shea butter paste.
Hence why you went like this and then kind of
was like,
off. Yeah,
I remember.
Maybe not. So listen, I want to talk to you about argan oil. So argan oil, known as liquid gold,
Wow,
is extracted from parts of the argan tree Argana spinosa L, native to Morocco. And
I can only hear liquid gold in the rat's voice in Fantastic Mr. Fox.
I can only hear it as Goldmember from the third Austin
nice.
Powers.
Listen, I'm glad that our brains are both so fucking rotted that immediately we have pop culture references to associate with the phrase.
Can hold
liquid
nothing
gold.
of value.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Our brains are like Swiss cheese. In the pockets, instead of just holes, they're just references to other things.
Yeah. It's called being a millennial.
Wow. So argan oil has uses within skincare, hair care, culinary applications. But you get the oil itself. It comes from the fruit of the argan tree.
Oh.
And this is how it is. There's a lot of like respect and tradition that goes into how these trees are treated. They're native to a very small section of the world. If you look it up, it's in, like I said, it's native to Morocco, but it's like a skinny little sliver right here, in sort of the desert area. And it protects, it's vital to protect the ecosystem, and it ties its way into like social, what's the word I'm looking for? Social, not socialization, social norms, I guess. I don't know. There's a lot more to this tree than just the oil. And one of the reasons that it is so expensive, because it is an expensive oil.
Yeah.
However, the way that it is collected is the fruit falls from the tree. They are never collected from the tree directly, because they like to leave plenty of the fruit in the tree for the goats that come and snack on these. Now, these are a sight to see. Like if you go, this is like a tourist destination. People will go check these out. These trees are just swarmed with goats up in the branches of the trees like cats. It's a fun little thing to witness. Are you Googling?
I am Googling it. I'm Googling, actually, exactly, goats and argan trees. Oh, yeah. I didn't know. I've seen these pictures before. I never realized they were in argan trees. Man, goats are amazing.
Dude, I love goats so much. They are not of this plane of existence.
They're amazing. They're so confident and sure-footed, and they're just peppering these trees. That's
they're
amazing.
Up there like a fucking bird.
Yeah.
And that's another thing is that the tree, it doesn't look how I expected it to look.
It looks like a mesquite tree.
Or like it's almost shrubby in some instances.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of a short dude.
Like if I saw one of those on the highway, I would be like, oh, look, a mesquite tree.
Right. Yeah. That's what we're learning today. We're uncovering the conspiracy. No, but the fruit falls to the ground and then is collected after it has dried. So people will come along with, women particularly, will come along with these baskets and they will pick only the dried fruit off of the ground, leaving the rest to either be eaten or to just continue their drying process. So after the fruit is collected, it is then laid out to be dried even more. When it is ready, they get into the fruit.
It looks like an olive.
It looks like a little bit like an olive. Yeah, maybe like a big olive.
Yeah,
like a date almost. Yeah.
Ooh, dates.
I don't know how I feel about dates.
I love it. I love dates.
Are dates dried plums?
I think they're dates from a date palm.
I mean, are
prunes are dried
plums?
Prunes
are plums.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Yeah. Sorry, they live in the same wheelhouse.
Prunes are also big time delicious. Fucking love prunes.
Maybe I'm old. I'll get down. I'll get down on a prune.
You think you're old? I don't travel without them. If am I going somewhere? There's prunes in my suitcase. I'm Vata predominant. I don't have a fucking choice.
She got to have a prune. So after the fruit is dried, they get in there, they get the nut, which is then cracked even further to get the kernel. The kernel within the nut, within the fruit.
Oh, is that where the juice is?
The oil.
Okay.
The juice. And the pressing of this oil is done in a very special manner. There are companies coming out that have like the big machines that will extract the oil by mechanization and making the oil a little bit cheaper. However, if you go through like fair trade options and if you get the good argan oil, they are traditionally done by hand by a group, a women's co-op group, which we'll get into more. But they just kind of have this, I'm sure it's got a name. I didn't see it, but it's a big stone, a big round picture, if you will. A big round stone with a hole on the top, right? And they just take handfuls of these kernels and they drop it into the hole on top, which has like the column of the hole goes all the way down. And then they circle this stone. It's a giant pestle, whatever the stick part is.
Mortal.
They swirl it around. And as they grind up, it like gets new ones from the center. You see what I'm saying? It drops down and then they just put more on top of it. And out of it comes this brown pasty liquid. Yeah. And it funnels down into a collector, which then you by hand take out and you squeeze, and you just squeeze all of the little remnants of the busted down kernel. You squeeze it up until you've got like this pulp. And then you're left with the oil. And then the oil goes through, I believe, like a straining process.
Sure.
To do its thing. And then we have two different kinds of oil. We have our oil used within beauty products, which is the main use, but we also have our oil used in culinary practices, which is pretty common within Morocco. I, however, before this did not ever hear of argan oil as a cooking oil. If it goes into cosmetics, it is cold pressed. But if it is made culinary, it is toasted before the grinding. So sorry, I'm actually pretend I said that in the right order.
Toasted oil.
But it'll be toasted before.
How good is toasted sesame oil?
Dude, toast it. How good is toasting things? Toasting things fucking changes.
It changes everything.
You ever had a piece of toast? Dude.
You ever gone to Subway and had your sandwich toasted? Fucking wild.
Dude, I was watching this video essay on YouTube talking about the downfall of Quiznos and how Quiznos did everything wrong.
You know, they got a pepper bar.
But they got a pepper bar. That hurt my throat. I'm not as young as I used to be. I was going to ask you, do you remember
the
when
little
that
monsters,
came out?
the little
With
creatures,
little spung monkeys?
They were called something like spunk monkey, and I don't remember what it was. Yeah,
I feel like it's close to the word sponge, but not quite.
Yeah.
Either way, do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
Was it a phenomenon in your school? Was everyone? Was this huge?
I don't think it was, because we were all probably a bit. I just mostly remember it from us three, but y'all were older than me, right? So it was. I just feel like by that, when that was out, y'all would have probably been in middle school, which is when you're actually old enough to be memeing with each other. This was before memes, but memes could travel verbally. Yeah. I would have been in like grade school, and we're just dumb kids over there.
Sure. Okay. All right. Yeah. So I remember being blow the doors down huge, and I'm sure the parents hated it. But I wanted to ask you that. I also wanted to ask you, do you remember when Subway started toasting their Sammys?
No, I thought that was I thought that was a forever
2008.
thing.
2008.
More like 2000 and late. What?
A year after I graduated motherfucking high school.
2000? That's not true. That's not true.
Okay. I don't. Forgive me. I must have misspoken.
That just seems.
I'm good. You know what? It does seem a bit late, but I'm gonna. When did Bernie Mac die? Is the first thing that comes up when I type in when did. When did Subway start to toasting subs? Early 2000s.
That's not 2008.
This one here says 2004.
I would believe that a little bit more. It's just crazy to me that you're opening a sandwich shop without the opportunity to toast bread.
Well, see, Quiznos always had that opportunity.
I mean,
Quiznos had that from the jump.
I feel like, this is really tickling something in my brain. I feel like I saw something that Quiznos is actually trying to revive itself again.
Oh, yeah,
and
they are.
why not? I guess. But yeah, apparently the little monster ads were widely hated, which is funny to me because, like, as a kid, they were funny.
I thought they were great, and I've grown up being like, remember that?
I still
awesome
remember
marketing?
it. Yeah. Like, I remember their weird off topic or like off time entrances and exits of the song. It was
the
weird.
sort of like mariachi style, like
strange
instrument. Yeah,
very weird. But I like a good bold weird, like ad that you don't see that often anymore. Everything's so clean,
and it's better than Jared from Subway.
Yeah,
so.
like literally fuck that guy. And so like I just give me the weird little puppet creatures that somebody made.
Spunk monkey, whatever. I was always a Quiznos girly, honestly. But it was a fascinating video. I'll see if I can find it if anyone's interested. But it was really cool because it was not about. It was one of the things where it's like, hey, it's actually just about really shitty owners and how really shitty bosses can drive things in the ground. It's like, oh, we've known that. Where was I? Yeah, you can use it in food. You can use it in skincare. Sorry. I want to break down a little bit of the chemical composition of this oil. So first up, we've got fatty acids. It's high in oleic and linoleic acids.
I love the term fatty acids.
Fatty acid.
I love it. It scratches my brain so good. Fatty acids.
Yeah. It seems like if I could be around a vat of just fatty acids,
I'd get in there.
Cool sound.
I'd get in that vat.
Yeah. I'd sit in it. I would let it. Listen here.
I feel like it would gently exfoliate while also soften and moist, like just kind of like just soften the skin. Like you're just going to come out so shiny and smooth.
Oh, baby. You would dip into it and then you would raise up and your body would just be a baby.
Yeah.
Okay. Also vitamin E. There's high levels of vitamin E, which is antioxidant heavy, good for skin protection, stuff like that. There's also phenols, carotene, squalene within it. And that more on that later. So sustainability. I talked a little bit about this. It's protecting these trees is very important. And that's a big part of the co-op. And that's a big part of why the drive to keep this more of like a traditional practice and not mechanize the entire thing. Because with, when we come through and have these machines that can just crank this fucking oil out, then we start to overdo it, and we plant more and more of these trees. And then like the original one, it's just bad. It's generally bad to mass produce shit like this.
It generally also takes the power away from the local people and just puts it's modern day colonization. Exactly. The same thing happened with the cacao industry and chocolate. It's a whole thing. Like
which is why fair trade chocolate is important.
It's totally important. Sourcing your cacao good, all of those things, because of shit like this, which not like this, but like this. That's what can happen.
Same heart. Yeah. So not only is it very important socially, societally like that, but it's important because these trees protect the total desertification of the area. Like it supports the local flora, fauna, the goats love it. The roots actually help to stabilize the soil. It retains moisture in the soil for other things to live. The trees themselves act like a carbon sink, which is a tree that will absorb more carbon, CO2, than it releases. So this helps to offset greenhouse gas. It helps to mitigate climate change. Let's see, which moves us into the history. My notes are a little out of order. If you
It's okay. Mine were a mess.
It's all right. Because I feel like we come back to this a little bit later. But let's talk about this is the ADHD episode of WBAH. If you go out of order, that's what ADHD people like, is what everyone seems to think.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's what they like.
That's what they like. They like it. Yeah, the neurodivergence, they love it. We can say that we are them. So early use is first the Berber tribes is what I'm trying to say. Used very early on in cooking, mostly medicine second. But then, as the legend goes, they had people that would hand extract this oil, much in the way that they still do today. And they noticed that the people who spent all day squeezing this oil out of this pulp that they had ground down, they noticed that this would be like a 90-year-old woman with the hands of a fucking toddler. And they were like, something's happening. So they started taking that and implementing it into beauty regimes, and it just absolutely caught on. It just turned your skin into, I don't know, stem cells, basically.
I'm imagining like a creepy, like paraffin wax, smoothness. Just of the skin.
Yeah. You're old as shit, but it's like, when they didn't quite have CGI stuff down and they tried to make older actors look younger and things, like, like Benjamin Button.
It wasn't quite right.
The false smoothing where it's just not there totally. That's what you look like. Anyway, so we had multi-use for this oil, and it started to become a big thing to barter and to trade with, and it starts to get globally recognized, or at least in modern day is globally recognized. And then people come along and they're like, well, you know what? You say it does all these things. You say it's good for your healthcare. You say it's good for your stomach. It's good for anti-aging. Let's check into that. And a lot of times, as we see on the show, when you start poking in scientifically into things, you go, oh, that wasn't exactly true. There's no real evidence here. Opposite happened here. We found that this oil it's out there, the information. Go look at the studies. I'm not going to read it to you, nerd, but it's good for all the things that it was reported to be good for. So that led to an interest in this oil even further, which is, again, why we have these co-ops in place to protect the fair trade practices. It allows the women of this area to have jobs where I believe that they are traditionally not allowed to, except like in a traditional, like in traditional spaces like this. It allows them to earn money, to support their family, stuff like, they're just so important. Please go, I'll put some links. I've got resources here. Check it out. It's really cool to learn about. But also, I was going to go on a huge rant about Josie Moran, but I'm not going to. I'm going to hold it. Do you know who Josie Moran is?
I don't think so.
Okay. Let me actually make sure this is her name before I...
Yeah, I don't...
Yeah, here we go. Josie Moran Argan Oil. Okay, so Josie Moran, I believe, was a model beforehand. I, however, know Josie Moran because of the brand Josie Moran that we carried in Sephora, and the entire line is based around argan oil, which is awesome. However, that price hike was insane. And I am big on, like, you can get quality stuff, especially within skincare, and not have to pay the drunk elephant prices.
Yeah, sometimes there is a layer of branding cost, the branding tax that is on top of it.
So much, which is why, and I know this brand has their own issues, and I know that it's gone on to be, but when brands like The Ordinary first came out, which
that
instead
was
of being
different for a reason, like everybody was like, "Oh shit!"
It was insane. You were like, "What do you mean I can get a whole bottle of hyaluronic acid for $7?"
Yeah,
I just think it's important to look into what you're doing. But anyway, I feel that the whole Josie Moran thing really leaned into the look how good, look at the good I'm doing. For this woman.
Yeah. But then this probably putting a huge price hike on top of it that they never saw.
Massive.
Yeah.
Now please, if
I don't know anything. I've never heard this name until like 5 minutes ago. I don't know nothing.
I also think she hates fat bitches, so I just thought maybe I'm just biased. Anyway, let's talk about the health benefits. So we have all of those rich nutrients that we talked about earlier, the fatty acids, which are good for maintaining moisture and carry anti-inflammatory properties, much like the geranium. So see, I think we're seeing some hand holding between these things. Also chock full of vitamin E, which is good for antioxidant protection as well as skin healing. Phenols and carotenes also carry antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. And then squalene, which is good for hydration and skin elasticity. So we're talking things like dry skin, dehydrated skin, benefiting from this oil. People who are interested in anti-aging properties, this is a good oil. People who have issues with inflammation, like we talked about, acne, some types of rosacea, things like that. And ultimately, it does help to smooth and soften and even out the skin tone.
These do sound like they would be a good carrier oil partnership.
Right? Yeah. It seems like there's, yeah. So I was interested in the healing of wounds because I was like, okay, I get the mild anti-inflammatory properties. I'm sure it's not going to be like a Bactine or something. I'm like, how does this help to actually? It's good for scratches and scrapes and burns and things like that. And when I looked into it, there are so many things that I can't pronounce. Torcoprophalols.
See, they're all of the terpenes that make geranium do stuff. I like the person who really likes science really wanted to include those, and so quickly I was like, this is going to sound like a mess to everyone. No one's going to want to hear this.
Which is exactly why I'm not really going to go into it, but to put it in like layman's terms, it keeps it keeps a wound moisturized, and it can help it while it forms a scab, and it can help it has emollient properties that will create a barrier against bacterias and stuff like that coming in, reduces the risk of infection, and it just keeps everything like hydrated and healthy in a time where your skin is focusing harder on fixing itself than it is on anything else. Another thing I saw it for was it's wonderful for scarification, I guess. Not necessarily if you have existing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like if not necessarily if you have existing scars, I don't think. However, it does help it to produce higher quality scar tissue, therefore being less visible, which is always, if you want, like this, I got this burn on my arm from an incense. I've been slapping some argan oil.
If you catch a burn early, like I had a moment that honestly, like I was like, did I slip into a different timeline? Because I've had this long burn on this hand since I was a kid because I was baking one day in the oven and I bumped the top burner of the oven on the inside. And so a couple of years ago, I accidentally on the exact same spot on the other hand, bumped my Dutch oven, which is curved at the top. So they were curved like mirror matches. And that one was in more modern times, like now. And I would put a bunch of butters and oils and I would just keep I don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
And it was a scar for a while. And I like looked, it was like 6 months ago, maybe. I was just like, where the fuck did that go? Yeah. It's just gone.
I love
so
that
weird.
I love that. Yeah, and a burn will leave a scar.
It usually leaves a scar. I'm covered in burn scars. I've
got them everywhere. I've got
1,000
them
times.
everywhere.
Especially my hands, like the tops of my fingers. Like I've never had one leave.
Up.
Yeah.
Burn scars.
Tons of burns. Just stupid burn shit that I've done. Fireworks as a kid, you name it.
Yes. Oh, do you remember when Rustin shot the Roman candle down my pants?
Down your overalls? Yes.
Down my overall pants?
I do.
I still have the scars on my legs because it
went
through.
It went down
traveled
in there.
Down the left leg. Yeah, I've got one on like my inner thigh and then down a little bit down my calf. Burnt for life.
Roman candles, man. Give them to kids. There's no way them kids ain't shooting them at each other.
The thing is, I don't think he was shooting it at me, like, because I think there were plenty of adults around, and he was far away. It was just the arc on that thing was perfect.
You
enough
pulled
to
a
go down
Penelope in the blimp episode, or the air balloon episode. You just watched it happen.
I just stared at it.
Yeah.
Except I didn't have a bearded man to run behind me and hold me in
nothing
place
and hold
to
you
ensure.
in space so you get crushed first.
Yes.
Yeah, real helpful fucking flesh beard.
So, okay. So, listen, here's some ways that you can use this oil. I'm wrapping up here. Of course, obviously, you can use it for your daily hydration. Put a drop or so into your moisturizer. Will help to hydrate you without making you look greasy. Or if you can apply it at nighttime, I love slapping an oil on at night and then slugging that shit in, brother. You can put a little bit if you make your own potted lip scrubs and lip shit. You can make it into that and bring it into the lips. It's also good to strengthen the hair, reduce breakage, promote shine in the hair. And then it is good for your heart.
Wow.
So if you can get your hands on some argan cooking oil, it's supposed to be good for the heart. It reduces cholesterol levels, proven to reduce cholesterol levels. It also soothes our digestive tract and helps to promote more healthy digestion in general.
I.e. it greases the pipes.
Thank you. Yeah, greases you up. Let's see. Magical elements. So this oil is there's duality to it in almost all of these things. So our elemental correspondences, we have earth because it is so grounding and stable, but we also have water because of the emotional healing and the purification properties that it holds, also being tied to just emotion and women and stuff like that, in the traditional sense. Planetary correspondences, we have, or beauty and things. We have Venus for beauty, love, and attraction, but we also have Jupiter for growth, prosperity, and abundance. For deities, we're talking Aphrodite, we're talking Venus, we're talking those bitches, the love bitches. But we're also talking Gaia for nurturing and grounding and growth and protection of the world and ecosystems and stuff like that. I also want to tie in that I feel like you could use a lot of goat energy for this.
Awesome.
For this year. I just, the tie, it's a special
goats love it. That's what they say.
Goats love it, dude. And then we can get to our magical uses. We've got beauty and glamour, obviously, if we are into that kind of thing. Healing spells, restoration, abundance spells, protecting and grounding spells, emotional balance spells. This, I feel like in one way or another, can kind of reach its tendrils into a lot of spell work. If you need something to be grounding and calm, throw it in there because it is deeply anchoring. It keeps this land healthy. And if you need something to be beautiful because, the skincare and stuff like that. Prosperity because it has brought so much prosperity to the area and to the people in this area. It just has its thumb in a lot of pies. Put a couple of drops of geranium oil in it and have yourself a fucking weekend.
I'm really into that. It and argan sound pretty nice. So
yeah,
I want to do that and put it all over my skin because I love geranium oil and I've been wanting to incorporate it in a little something.
I don't know if I have any right now. I think
I scored. So I went to Timeless Treasures, which is just one of the best antique stores in the world. And it happens to be in the town that I live in. And so went there. And somebody had in one of the little booths, because it's one of those antique stores to where everybody rents out the little booths all in it, right? And so each booth is like a different universe. And so one of them, way in the back, I don't know if they were maybe a massage therapist or something that was retiring, but they had a whole shelf of unopened brand new doTERRA oils.
Okay.
And usually I don't really give a shit about the brand or whatever.
Sure.
I recognize it because that's what's used at the studio. But they were $10 for the good round, not the little the little ones, but the good ones each. Nice. And
you scoop them up.
I loaded up that day. I got it. That was when I got my oregano, my bergamot. I got my vetiver roller in the fractionated coconut oil, which every time I use that on students at the studio before Shavasana, they always come out of it super. Whoa. Fuck. It's so good. I love it. That's one of my favorite things about teaching a class is when it's you cue everyone after they rolled from their right side back up to a seat. They're always just just kind of getting in their seat and
I
sitting
love
up. Just
when you can see that you've had a physical effect on people.
It's so validating.
I love it. Listen, maybe this is selfish, but it's validating. And I'm glad that you're helped and you're feeling all the things and that's good. But also there's a little part that's I fucking did that.
I fucking did that. But yeah, I highly recommend get some geranium oil. It's big time tasty. Don't drink it, but you know, it smells tasty.
Yeah. Yeah. You could probably drink the cooking argan oil, but like a little bit.
Like a
Just
taste,
tiny bit.
like
You don't
a
wanna vom.
sampler, you know.
Like a tablespoon a day would probably be heart healthy.
Oh wow, grease it up.
Great. You'll have smooth poops.
Smooth poops, regular too. It sounds like it'll keep all the digestion
Oh yeah,
moving.
Maybe you could take this instead of your prunes. I don't know. Still, you have your prunes.
You gotta, I mean, tried and true, brother.
Yeah. I'm getting grossed out. Well, next time you see me, I will be 1 year older. I'm having a birthday between
You are
now
having a
and then.
birthday real soon.
I'll be a 36-year-old woman.
Woo, woo!
Yeah. We started this podcast when I was in my 20s, and you were in your 20s, and now we are both in our 30s.
I thought you were 30 always. I thought you were 30.
I've been 30 forever.
I thought you were 30 and I was 25.
I thought I was 29.
You might have been 29 and I was 24. That's possible.
I don't know. I could have been
It's
freshly
a very
30.
long time ago.
Either way, I'm going to be 36, and that makes me feel old as fuck. But,
I think it's great. 36 ain't nothing.
yeah, you say that as a fresh 30-year-old.
Hey, I'm
babe.
just coming around the curve right behind you. I'm not that far.
It's okay. Starts with a 3. I'm happy.
Yeah, I mean, we're in the same
cannot tell you
camp
how
again.
long I was in my 30s while you were still in your 20s.
5 years.
I know exactly how long it was, but no, it was 43 years.
It did feel like I was in my latter 20s forever.
For so long.
For really long. Like I was excited to turn 30 by the time it was I was like, I'm ready to turn 30 and be done with it.
There's 2 camps, I think, of people. I think there's the excited to turn 30, and then there's the like really devastated.
Yeah.
And I was excited.
I was pretty
I'm glad for
stoked.
that.
30's fun.
Yeah.
30's cool.
Yeah. Dirty, nerdy, flirty. 30.
I didn't know if you had one more to tack on there. I was
gotta
run
go through the alphabet.
was running
I gotta
it
go through the
myself.
alphabet and see if there's anything else.
all you 30-year-olds and younger and older.
Mm.
You can go to Anahata's Purpose.
30-year-olds are welcome. 30-year-olds and younger and older are welcome.
Are welcome. That's a fact. And you can go there and you can download that app on Anahata's Purpose and you can
take our classes.
You can
Macy
take our
is
classes.
Hosting, the 3 bodies.
It's
And
me.
I am hosting Divination by Fire.
Yep. You can come to those. You can
Come to those.
look at the schedule. You can
Yeah.
get them tickets. There's going to be all sorts of fun stuff going on. There's a little ditty that I want to drop in here that was sent to us by one of the facilitators of a certain event
ditty?
about a certain movie, and they're just gonna give a little bit of info, a little bit of hint, about what that is. So we'll drop that probably right
Is this the first time that a lot of people are going to hear the voice of the Corey B?
No, because we have had the Corey B interviewed for sure on Spooky Sods before. At least one.
Shit.
Okay. It's okay. We've done
I knew
like
that.
35 of them or however many we've done. I don't even
Sorry,
remember
Corey.
anymore.
Hi, I'm Corey from Corey's Cauldron. Do you like outdated terms in reference to queer communities? How do you feel about incest, but not in the Game of Thrones way? What are your feelings on questionable sources of getting a boyfriend? Where do you stand on cryogenics? Come make a man with Corey and friends as they present the show at Anahata's Purpose.
So along with that, there's music. There's food. There's
Good food.
There's
Good
fires at night.
Yeah.
There's ecstatic dance. There's rhythmetrics drumming, and that class is going to have 120 people. One of them's going to have 120 people in it. It's not going to all be drums, but there's different percussion instruments, and I just want to sit adjacent so bad. It's all coming, and it's coming soon because
Just
that's
feeling
early
the
September.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
There's also a live show by two pretty fucking sweet podcasts. I don't know if you've heard of them.
Yeah.
But there's the Witch Bitch Amateur Hour.
Yeah.
Man, our title is a mouthful. And
It's a lot of words.
There's also two Geminis and a Leo podcast doing a dual show.
Dual show.
On a stage. Goofing about.
Throwing it back to our tour days. I'm very
Throwing it
excited
back,
to get the
maybe
band
literally.
back together. Yeah,
Maybe we'll all get up there and just throw it back.
Throw it back. Yeah, we could do that. I am so fucking ready. It's coming soon. We're about to roll into August, and that's just the last full, complete whole month, guys, because we're talking early September, and it's time. And I'm fucking ready. So get your tickets, get your shit together. Get your shit together. It's coming for us.
You know what is funny is Anahata's purpose is a Virgo. This year, at least. I don't know if it's all. Yeah, I assume it is. And just having the color-coded chart schedule at anahataspurpose.com feels very Virgo to me.
She's ready.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
So
Right. Goodbye, everybody.
that's that. We got to end the show. We need to actually end the show. I feel like we've gotten really bad about not doing this.
Macy, not on my birthday.
It's not your birthday.
Don't do this to me on my
As a
birthday.
Leo rising, I will smack this birthday shit 4 weeks ahead of time down so fast. I can't fucking stand it.
You know you're doing this.
No, we've got socials.
Oh, we
and
do have
shit.
socials. Yeah, check out our Facebook page. We do love to have chats over there and polls, and you can, I don't know, get in touch with it. Come eat with us on Facebook. We also have an Instagram, which we don't really do. I would really like to start snagging. Now that I've got, this is not an ad because this is, I think, fully 2 generations behind, but I have my Google Pro 7 right here.
You're yep.
And apparently it's got a good camera. So, start snagging some pics for Instagram.
Start
again. What I'm saying
snagging
is,
them pics, bro.
go to Instagram. Might have some flower pics or something.
That's the only one that's right. Which bitch
It's the only one
amateur
that's
hour.
yeah. And all of these are linked. We have a Twitter or an X that
Which
we don't
fuck
use.
that platform. Yeah.
Yeah, truthfully, we might just take it off. I
We
don't
should
know
at
what
this
we're gonna
point
do.
just
Yeah.
I don't even want to log into that fucking pit.
What else do we have? We have
Patreon.
Yeah, we have. That's an important one. Yeah, we do extra content over there. We have a secondary podcast
Every week.
where we talk about where we talk pop culture is the word I want to say. Talk about pop culture.
Yeah.
I was so focused on my voice, I forgot what it was called. We do pop culture shit. We did
Yep.
Bridgerton.
We wrapped
did, what else?
Bridgerton.
What all do we have that you can find over there? You can devour. There's hours and hours and hours.
I mean, like
and
hundreds of
content
hours.
We've done Kushiel's Dart.
We
done
have at
Kushiel's
least 60
Legacy,
hours alone
or
of
Choice,
Kushiel's
not
Dart
Legacy.
and Kushiel's Chosen. Just
Chosen.
like each one of those is like 30 hours long. So like then we have all of Queen Charlotte, all of season
Yes.
3 of Bridgerton, Farmer Wants a Wife,
MILF
MILF Manor, and then we have our one-offs, Repo the Genetic Opera, The Road to El Dorado.
Yes.
We've done another
Bear
movie.
Grylls, The Phony Bear.
Oh my God, The Phony Bear.
The Phony Bear.
Forgot about that. Was so long ago. Yeah, so we've done a bunch of shit over there,
Yes.
not to mention boners. So we've got
Boners or bonuses, year of context.
I've gotten very comfortable. So
Boners. We
pop
also
on
have
over.
our video format over there.
Yeah,
So
which
if
I got to
you are
upload a
interested in-
couple and get them up there. I keep forgetting. It's a new step after 6 years, and I'm an old dog.
Wow. That's it. I'm saying a lot because I'm trying to get out of here. I'm trying to.
Yeah, I need to go eat. I need to go eat a food. Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for coming. Register to vote and check your registration.
Yeah.
So do both of those things.
Go to votelikeabeast.org. I think I know. There's also like other ones
Vote.gov
out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the real one. But like I like that one because they've got this quiz you can take with all kinds of questions, and it can like show your like who you align with, and I always think that's fun.
Yeah.
And cool.
Yeah.
So you can really know like who should you be voting for, you know?
It should be easier this time, yeah. But let's end the show and wrap it up. So
Goodbye.
goodbye, everybody.